Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences, we'll let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Hi, this is Mike, co-host of Realistic Sustainability, the podcast, which you probably already know, but I'm also the author of A Beginner's Guide to Greening Your Life. That was the book that led to our Facebook page, our Facebook group, and, well, even this show. It offers tips on promoting your positive footprint while decreasing your carbon footprint. So, if you want to read what started all of this, get A Beginner's Guide to Greening Your Life, available on Amazon, eBay, Etsy, or just visit greeningyourlife.org for more information. Thank you for joining the sustainable movement and promoting a greener future. Hi, and welcome back to another Realistic Sustainability educational short. We've all heard me touting about my impressive collection of rechargeable batteries from AA's and AAA's, and by the way, I've got my eye on a nice set of 9 volts, to my 40-volt electric mower and weed whacker. I love going electric. I don't even own a gas can anymore. I love them. I haven't disposed of a battery in over 3 years. Think about that. TV remotes, all those kinds of things. I don't use them. I save the disposables as backups. So, we use our rechargeables. And I gotta tell you, they get an exercise. For the longest time, I worried about buying rechargeable batteries, but I have 3 kids. 3 kids that have Xboxes with wireless controllers. You want to talk about wearing out a battery? Here we are 3 years later, and I still haven't had to dispose of one rechargeable battery. I'm loving that, because I'll tell you, if I didn't have rechargeable batteries, I'd have a bucket of dead batteries that need to be recycled. But when I think about batteries, it's not always those small batteries like that. It doesn't stop there. As we move into the future, and even today, we're starting to see large battery systems for homes. Tesla has created something called the Powerwall, which is a system that will charge and stay charged so that when your power goes out, you've got a period of time before your power actually goes out. It's a large-scale home battery. Kinda cool, but still a battery. And the reason why I'm bringing this up isn't just to sell you on the batteries. There are some problems with batteries that really need to be discussed. So that's what this short is about. Electric cars, they use a tremendous amount of batteries. And they're expecting electric car use to grow over 400 times in the next 3 years, which means they're going to need 400 times plus batteries. So, why do I say batteries may have some issues? Well, lithium. Lithium-ion batteries, they're everywhere, from your power drills to your house to your remote and soon to your vehicle. They are everywhere. There's even in California where they have put together a contract to build a grid-scale battery system. That is a battery that's supposed to keep the whole city active for a period of time. That's big batteries. That's very big batteries. So, why am I so teetering on my happiness of batteries? Well, lithium is a big deal. Batteries do go bad. They go bad after about 500 to 1,000 cycles, or charges. Which means that at some point we're going to have to recycle those. Because, well, lithium. Lithium is something that we mine that isn't quite everywhere. Most of the lithium reserves in the world are in Chile. Some are in Australia and Argentina, and even China. But much lower down on that list is the United States. So we don't have a lot. And what we do have kind of destroys the planet trying to get. That's why the U.S. doesn't do a lot of mining for lithium. We purchase it outside of the country in places like Chile and Australia, because they're the ones destroying their environment to get to it. Lithium mines are just like strip mines. They destroy large areas, and they contaminate rivers and lakes all around. Not awesome. Not awesome at all. And lithium batteries are still considered to be in kind of an infant technology. They're still kind of considered to be immature and developing. They're not as good as they can be. In the meantime, we're losing a lot of that lithium when people dispose of batteries. If I took any of these rechargeables and just threw them away, that means we've lost that lithium forever. We can't recycle it. Recycling of a lithium battery, even if you recycle it at its best rate, you're only getting 98% of it. You always lose about 2% during the recycle process, and that's if we even bother to recycle it. Remember, most people take things and just throw them away when they don't work. They end up in landfills. So we kind of have a finite supply of lithium. It is terrible to go get. The demand is flying through the roof, and it slowly degrades over time. It's not like aluminum where we can pretty much recycle it at 100%. We're going to need a lot more lithium batteries if we don't invent other ways or use other materials. Right now, lithium's the best we can get, and we're going to have to take a lot more of it out of the Earth's crust, and we may not necessarily want to do that. We use over 500,000 gallons of water per ton of lithium that is removed from the Earth's crust. That's a lot. So there's a lot of problems with lithium batteries. Now, don't get me wrong, there's also a ton of problems with fossil fuels being burned. We have this addiction. We have to break this addiction. But moving to the batteries, hang on, stop that, and using batteries will help us break the fossil fuel addiction, helping us kind of get rid of that whole, well, this is how we've always done it kind of thing. We don't really want to do that anymore. So hopefully we can take a look at the problems with batteries and get better at recycling. One good thing about it being an infant technology is that there's lots of room to grow. We can get better at recycling. We can control the batteries better, and we can stop mining it soon. Once we get to a point where we can reuse it all and people don't just throw it away and lose it, we can consistently recycle it so that we don't necessarily have to go get more. Plus, there's a lot of technology coming down the pipeline for charging of vehicles. So, hopefully, in the long run, this works out. I bring it up to you just so you know that, well, batteries aren't the end-all be-all. They're going to put us in a better place, but they're not going to be the reason. They're not going to be the best place. We have to keep developing, we have to keep looking, and we have to keep finding better ways to do things that are more sustainable, use less embodied energy, and greatly reduce our global footprint. So that's all I have for this short. If you've enjoyed this episode, share it on social media or with a friend. We always appreciate that. Other ways that you can support realistic sustainability? Well, you can become a monthly supporter on the Anchor host site, or simply just leave a 5-star review from one of your favorite podcast platforms. Those seriously do help. They help us climb rankings and help others find us in the search engines. So, again, thank you. We only have to get a little bit better each day. Little bit, big bit. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.
Feeling overwhelmed by climate change? Looking for sustainable and ethical brands to support? Then Ethic is perfect for you. Ethic is a simple browser extension that helps you find sustainable and ethical brands online. Learn more at ethyk.org, ethyk.org.